Now tonight, the opposition is objecting President William Ruto's move to domicile the compensation framework for victims of protests under his office and the appointment of Presidential Advisor Professor Makau Mutua as the head of the process. Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka and his DAP Kenya counterpart Eugene Wamalwa say that the office of the president was involved in human rights violations, and this should not be allowed, and thus, I should say, should not be allowed to lead the process. NTV senior reporter Ibrahim Karanja reports.
Compensation for victims, those killed and the others injured during the various protests that have rocked President William Ruto's tenure has always been an emotive, politically charged debate over time. And Friday's presidential proclamation on a framework for compensation has once again taken the talk back to the lips of political players. The opposition on Saturday opposed the appointment of President William Ruto's advisor, Professor Makau Mutua, to lead the framework, as well as the domiciling of the compensation team under the executive office of the president. Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka and his DAPK counterpart Eugene Wamalwa say leaving the role of compensation under government is akin to letting the aggressor run the compensations process for his aggression.
Fisi jameni hawezi kuamua kesi ya mbuzi. And so the executive is complicit. The police have been acting on the orders of William Ruto's government. And William Ruto himself, remember, called these young Kenyans terrorists.
The same state that was the aggressor in the Azimio protests 2023, in the Gen Z protests 2024, and in the recent Sabasaba protest. The aggressor cannot, therefore, be the one to determine the issue of compensation.
Further, they are demanding for the disclosure of the amounts for compensation, proposing that the entire exercise be led by the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights and not a political office.
9(1)(e) of the Constitution of Kenya explicitly mandates the Kenya Human Rights Commission, not the executive. Therefore, the creation of an ad hoc executive-led compensation framework under Professor Mutua's coordination clearly usurps the constitutional mandate of the Kenya Human Rights Commission, which is an independent body specifically designed to handle such matters without any political interference.
And the matter must be so involving, including the quantum. It cannot be left to William Ruto to decide how much money the victims are going to be paid. That will involve all of us in the judicial space to agree and to be able to look at who has committed what atrocity.
And having previously established its own framework to probe the injustices and human rights violations during the protests, the opposition says that their quest continues.
As opposition, we have established the People's Restorative Justice Commission, as I said earlier on, under Justin Muturi. And this commission will work with the Kenya Human Rights Commission.
With a compensation framework having been already established, the focus now shifts to the source of the funding, given that there is no budgetary allocation for the same.
Among ourselves,
in an interview with NTV 3 weeks ago, ODM leader Raila Odinga hinted at the availability of the funds.
There's always provision of contingencies in the budgets. The contingency fund is available, and I just want you to hold your horses. Shortly, there's going to be compensations, which is going to start.
Ibrahim Karanja, NTV.